5 flexible, multiple, bilingual arrangements. In the coming modules, we will be introducing 5 different types of flexible arrangements that can be used in a bilingual program. But having said that, let me remind you that the focus of all these 5 flexible arrangements is to develop bilingual practices, plurilingualism, and to enable the learners to not just know 2 different languages which they can use in 2 different isolated contexts, rather to enable them that they are able to translanguage and to switch to different languages depending on the context and the need that they might see in a given audience or in a given setting. So the first one of these is responsible code switching, both ways. We'll go about it in more detail. We talked about code switching before, but now we look at it in a slightly different way. The second arrangement is what we call preview, view, and review, how multiple languages are used for each of these sections. That is for introducing a lesson, studying a lesson, and then reviewing the content itself. Then comes another arrangement which we call translanguaging. We have been studying about what translanguaging is, but now we look at how translanguaging can actually be embedded in the curriculum. Then it is about co-languaging. This is the first time that we are talking about co-languaging and how it can be used within educational context. And then, of course, there is this cross-linguistic work and awareness that how can we possibly bridge a connection between the 2 languages and the way the languages work and create in the learners an awareness of this. So we are talking essentially about metacognitive skills over here. And while we deal with these different types of arrangements, we will also challenge a few assumptions with which we actually move into and we try to understand bilingual education itself. And when it comes to the question of which one of these 5s is the best one to be adopted, that actually depends on the context within which you use it. It also depends on the goals of the program that you are introducing. If the goal of the program is to move towards a majority language and eventually so that all the learners are using the majority language to talk about that subject, then the arrangement will be different. The arrangement, another arrangement will be more suitable if the goals of the program are language maintenance. Then you will pay more attention to the use of the minority language. So what we are saying is there is no such thing that one size fits all. So depending on the context, depending on the learners, depending on the duration of the program, depending on the level of the program, the choice between these flexible arrangements will have to be made.